Okay, so what I actually came on for was to give you a little update. So the last video I did was round the corner, just kind of showing the very small wooden fence that's between our housing estate and the airfield. And they said, don't worry, the immigration centre will be fenced off. But if I show you just where the fence is, it's literally just a few metres the other side of this fence. So this is our housing. This lovely person has planted all these sunflowers, which really cheers us up, to be honest, with what's going on the other side. So yeah, this gives you another perspective, really. So before anyone starts with any I'm being racist comments, or there might not all be that bad comments, can I just clarify that I have no problem with men. I have no problem with men from foreign countries, unless they are threatening my family in any way. So I agree, they might not all be bad, but bearing in mind, coming from the Home Office's mouths themselves, at our engagement meeting the other week, we know nothing about these men. I'm hoping no one sees me filming, because they do actually tell you off. Yeah, no, he's gone. So they will have just arrived on our shores from Dover, and they'll be transported up here to Lincoln, to Scampton. And bearing in mind the level of security we have to go through to get back in this country, it's a waste of time. The security checks are a waste of time. So I can only say, if there is a bad egg amongst them, if there happens to be a murderer, a human trafficker, a drug dealer, how are we going to know? And how are the Home Office going to know? They're not. Until the identities of these men have been confirmed and processed, it is now by law that they should be detained. A law which the government has just brought in. Obviously this point was raised a number of times at the meeting, and the answer was that Scampton is not equipped to be a detention centre. So they're not legally allowed to be here then. This question was unable to be answered. So the Home Office will be breaking their own laws. So with this shocking revelation in mind, we were hoping to get some sort of clarification on our security measures and what they're putting in place for people living here and the surrounding areas. That is pretty much non-existent. So the police are overstretched. The security company on base, sorry about my filming, only covers the security on base. So basically we're on our own. So let's have a look at the action plans then. No, nothing as yet. Let's look at the risk assessments. No, none of them. So let me just get out of these people's way. So what we're all struggling here with is how we are supposed to protect our own families from any number of possibilities which might happen. You see there's a lot of work going on over there. And I'm desperately trying to bring up my children to abide by the law and be good people. And I'm really struggling to explain this one to them, to be honest. The fact that the government themselves, the people running the country, are actually breaking their own laws. My son especially is a stickler for rules, and he likes to have them in place, and he likes that everyone should know where they stand, and if not, then people are punished. So this is the next generation of voters and civilians of this country, and I really need some help explaining this one, please. So my message to anyone who works in the Home Office, and I'm pretty sure there are people on here on these sites, I would like you to take a serious look at what you're involving yourself with here, because when things go horribly wrong, would you honestly have a clear conscience of knowing that you have been part of it? At the end of the day, it's your decision to do your job, no one else's. So I do wonder at what point you're going to listen to us. The public have spoken, and you've not listened. The historians have spoken, and you've not listened. And you see the big crane there? Yeah. There's an awful lot of cabins. I don't know how many cabins are on there now, but yeah, they are getting closer and closer each day. And this is the main hangar, or one of the main hangars. So pretty much right outside. Now the Home Office admitted they've never tried anything on this scale before. So at the end of the day, I think the locals need to start doing their own risk assessments. Possibility of men not using the main gate, because at the end of the day they know that they're going to be sent home. So if the wind doesn't blow that pathetic little fence down, they're certainly going to be able to get straight over it. And they've got these bollards, which you saw earlier at the gates, to stop us getting in. That's given them a step up, so they're going to be off and out, and there's absolutely no way of tracing them. So these men should be detained. At what point is the Home Office going to listen? When the men start escaping? When they start bringing firearms home? When they start hanging around the parks looking at the children? Maybe if they walked into the primary school with a firearm? At what point are they actually going to listen and wake up? These men have come a long, long way to get here, and they know that they're going to be sent back. So there is no way that they're going to be coming home for their tea every night and telling you all what a good day they've had. Just wake up. This is incredibly frightening for us all, and even more so now we know how unorganised it is. And living here, it's hard to switch off. This is the main road to get on and off camp from where we are. So we have to drive past this every day. Feel like our history's been spat on, and we're being spat on. And I'm afraid the worst is yet to come. I've got family and friends in pretty much most of the nearby villages around here. Just wait for this van to go. And I'm honestly really concerned for their safety as well, because I think once they're over this fence, they're going to be off. They're not going to be wanting to hang around. So I'm honestly so concerned for everyone's safety. These men should be detained. I see they're trying to sell these houses down here. They've done them up really nicely, all inside and out, brand spanking new. And I had a quick look that they've even planted some plants. Even, and I'm sure I read on one of the sites that they're promoting the rich history we have here. Yeah, well, this is our history. It's currently been dumped on. So yeah, so sorry it's a long one, but I needed to rant.